Our life is never boring. That was one of the things I said in my application to Canine Partners. I have a 15-year-old daughter, a 12-year-old son, and a 5-year-old son, and they're always running. There's always noise. I don't think any dog could be more perfect for me.
So this is Brightspace's room. This is where we would love to be able to provide the behavioral health services here with the women and the children. So when we see the women and the children come to the shelter, we see pretty much a wide array of emotions. Sometimes we'll be showing symptoms of PTSD, depression, anxiety, and that's really why we would like to bring behavioral health services here to Carroll's Place. They would begin to learn how to manage their symptoms, which is a great way to empower the women to begin their process of healing and recovering from their trauma.
This is the story of Jane. Jane is a 16-year-old who lives in Philadelphia. Jane's parents are working several jobs and can't be home much to support her. Funding for after-school programming and counselors at Jane's school were recently cut. Jane is trying to balance family and economic pressures and is bombarded with messages telling her that she isn't good enough. Seeking connection, Jane winds up in an unhealthy relationship and becomes pregnant. Without support for pregnant and parenting teens at her school, she drops out.
We look through an investor's lens, evaluate an opportunity, whether it's in business or whether it's in philanthropy, and say, is this going to have an impact? Is this going to generate returns? So we feel like part of what Legatum can do is take that investor's approach into the philanthropic marketplace.
We've had a working hypothesis within the Legatum Foundation, which is that small community-based organizations on the whole are better at solving their community's problems than outsiders coming in to try and solve them.
The animal cell is one of the more advanced cells within the 5 kingdoms of life.
We bring folks together from many parts of the world to think about some of the concepts, some of the challenges, and some of the solutions for student exchange.
I'm honoured and delighted to be here and absolutely fascinated to hear what is going to emerge from yourselves in the room and out with, because you are a really fascinating group to be considering this topic.
ROA's support to service members and their families is an unending commitment at home and on the battlefield.
ROA is an incredible organization that's fighting for our rights and benefits, something that we can't do while we're in uniform. ROA is more than an association. It's a brotherhood.
Members of ROA know what it means to serve. That reserve duty represents a unique and often silent sacrifice. But that together, we create one voice.
It's made it a lot more fun to learn. It makes you feel like there's always an upside if you're a kid who doesn't enjoy school.
We learn about history, but we have fun. We're not just sitting in class and we're just sitting down and just listening and listening.
Well, I love the activities from the History Hunters because it's like something you could do for fun, but it's also something that helps you learn. And sometimes you're learning something and doing something fun, but you don't even realize that you're learning something. You're just having fun, and that's all that comes to your mind.
Martha, she never had a school experience before. She joined then, she became, a fast learner. When they give her, an exam, she was found fit not only for grade 4, which are preparing for grade 5. Then the school administrators, they decided to send her directly to grade 5. After she joined, she stood first.
On October 4th, 1777, here at Cliveden in Germantown, George Washington's Continentals descended on British soldiers in a fight that would determine the fate of the new nation's capital, Philadelphia.